Well, it's lunchtime of the first day of the G20 Summit here in Los Cabos, and what's already surfaced is a set of tensions that, on fairly major policy issues. This morning, Jose Manuel Barroso, the president of the European Commission, gave a press conference. A Canadian press person asked him a question about why North Americans should put their money at risk in order to fix the European debt problem. And Barroso responded very strongly, quite emotionally in a way, saying that he didn't want to take lessons from anybody or any chiding from anybody. So what I think you see in this instance is a case of pressures rising on the Europeans to deal with it, with their crisis, coming from the rest of the members of the G20. And on the other hand, both Barroso and EU President Herman Van Rompuy put pressure on the G20 members, the other G20 members, the non-European G20 members, to have confidence in Europe in the declaration that will come out tomorrow afternoon from Los Cabos. So the heat's rising. You'd expect that to be the case. President Calderon, in a press conference today with President Obama, announced a push on the Trans-Pacific Partnership that's being launched among Pacific Basin countries. That too is controversial among many economists, feeling that you should have global trade regimes, not regional blocs. That's an old debate that's gone on in economics for a long time, but here it is again surfacing at the Los Cabos Summit. I think one of the things this teaches us is that these summits in the G20 era, as opposed to the G8 era, are less about convergence and consensus than they are about challenging each other, putting pressure on each other, exposing the dynamics of domestic politics in all of our countries and how those dynamics impact on the attempts to reach international agreement. It's a messy process. It's not as clean and neat as the G8 was, but it's one in which, in fact, the pressure that leaders are putting on each other is a necessary part of arriving at convergence and making parliamentarians in our various countries and our publics aware of what's at stake domestically and internationally from all the challenges that we're facing. So Los Cabos is looking interesting. Stay tuned. We'll be back to you later with results tomorrow afternoon.